Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Literary Reality and I am back with another video. I've been inspired by a fellow booktuber, and she started a readathon called Black Britathon. Yeah, and obviously I'm like, this is magic to my ears, period. So Heroine's Corner, I would link the video to at the bottom in the description box and somewhere. I will link it below. But her challenge is, or the readathon is, to read at least one book by a Black Brit in the month of October. If you live in the UK like I do, October is Black History Month, as opposed to in February in these states. So in the UK we celebrate Black History Month in October, and she was just like, do you know what, let's read a Black Brit book in October. And I was like, that's fantastic. I absolutely love to do that because I want to read more books by Black Brits, and it's fantastic because we are starting to see more Black British authors being published, which I'm excited about. So I thought I could combine this readathon into an October TBR as well. So I'll be focusing on the books that I want to read for the Black Britathon. Yeah, I said it correct. Black Britathon. Yeah, I said it right. I just wanted to focus on the books that I wanted to read for this month. It's not going to be too much because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I feel like recently I've been in a kind of reading slump. I've been finding it hard to read books. And I think it's probably because I'm not going to use tiredness as an excuse, because I always try to read before bed and I enjoy doing that. I think the books that I've been reading recently have been a slog, or it's been hard to push through those books, and I don't know why. I just don't want to DNF them because I feel like I've committed a lot of energy to it, so I have to see it through. So there's a book I'm currently reading, which has taken me ages, and another book that's also by a Black Brit that I started ages ago but I haven't been able to pick back up for some reason. So I'm gonna also add that to my Black Britathon. But I feel like booktube will hate me if I say what book it is. And I think I'm not even gonna say it, but we'll see at the end when I want to do a video where I'll just recap the books and I give you a review on the books that I read in October that are by Black Brits. But here's the books that I do want to read this month. So these are all by Black Brits, by the way, so you can feel free to check these out. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the first book is The Private Joys of Nena Maloney by Oct. God, forgive me. I don't want to be mashing up people's names, but Oct Zelu. Hey, brother, please forgive me. I mentioned this book in my books by Black Brits, and I said that I was going to read it, but I never got around to it. So I feel like this is like the perfect time to get into this book. And the front cover is gorgeous. Like, I absolutely love the front cover, and there's a little picture of her at the back as well. Beautiful. Come on, 4A hair. 3C. No, I'm joking. But I'm excited to read this one. So that's one of the books I want to read. Again, if you watch my channel, you kind of see that I don't really like to know what books are about, because I just like to dive in. It's like with my movies, I just read the title, look at the front cover, and I'm just like, oh, this looks good, and then I just watch it or read it. So I can't tell you exactly what it's about, but I think it's about a mixed race girl who's half Nigerian and half English, and she wants to reconnect with that Nigerian side, so we get to see that as well. Penguin did a series called Black Britain Writing Back, and it was a series. There was a series of about 6 books, I think, or 10. No, I lied. I don't know how many it is, but it's less than 10. Between 6 and 10. And these books are kind of like forgotten books, so books that people haven't heard of or seen in ages. And I really wanted to pick up the whole collection, but obviously I need some of this. But I did manage to get 2 that I thought were the most interesting. So I've got Without Prejudice by Nicola Williams, and it's about a Caribbean, well, a barrister with a Caribbean background in court. We love a bit of political fiction, I guess. Let me not even say that, but I'm not big on politics, but we love a bit of a legal action, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then the second one from the series that I got is The Fat Lady Sings. My light is very bright, but look at the colours on the front cover. The Fat Lady Sings by Jacqueline Roy. So we've got The Fat Lady Sings. And this one is about a woman living on a psychiatric ward in London, and I thought that's really, really interesting because we don't really talk about mental health, especially in the Black community. It's very difficult to talk about mental health, and I'm glad that it's something that we are starting to talk about now, and we are focusing on it, and it's brilliant. So this is set in the 90s in London, so that's when I was born. I was born in the 90s anyway, so it'll be nice to see it, kind of a portrait of 90s London in a hospital. So let's see how that goes. But I'm excited to read this one. This is the one that I really wanted to get out of the series, so I'm really excited to read that this month. And then the classic, the Booker Prize winner, Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. There was so much hype over this book for years, and I also mentioned it in one of my Black Brit books video, and I feel like now is the time to get into it. It's a hefty book, it's quite chunky, but I've also got the audiobook to help me through it. So when I find it hard to read books, I usually get the audiobook as well, so it's like someone is reading the book to me to make it easier. So I kind of follow along. Otherwise I'll get distracted and I'll be on the same page for like 10-15 minutes just rereading it over and over again because I'm thinking of something else. So I'm also excited to get into this one as well. Yeah, so a lot of these, well, 2 of these books are hardback and 2 of these are paperback, and I feel like recently I've been reading a lot of books on my e-reader, so my Kindle, and I feel like I just need a change. Maybe switching up the format of the book that I'm reading may help me with my reading slug that I'm going through. I feel like it's been quite difficult. I don't know, I've been lazy, so maybe holding a physical book will actually make me feel like I'm reading as well, get me into the mindset of things. But yeah, those are pretty much the 4 books that I want to get to. So hopefully 1 a week for October, and I'll definitely be coming back with a review on each of them. If I don't, please forgive me. But I do hope to get through these books. There's other books that I want to read as well, that are not Black British related, especially Handmaid's Tale. Hello guys, the way that the world is going, we are living in a dystopian world right now. So I was just like, do you know what, why not creep yourself out a bit more and read more dystopian fiction? So Handmaid's Tale is definitely a book I want to get to this month. Everyone says it's awesome. They're like, oh my gosh, Sata, how comes you haven't read it yet? I don't know why I haven't read it, so I'm going to read it this month, because it is the start of spooky season as well. So we're going to get a bit spooky. It's not horror, but it's a different kind of horror. Do you know what I mean? I don't know much about Handmaid's Tale, can't lie, and I'm so glad I've been able to avoid spoilers and all of that. So I'm excited to get into that one as well, and I want to see if I can get into a steamy romance this month. I want to get into a romance. Do you know what I mean? Like, why not? Because obviously my romantic life is lacking, so let me live in someone else's romance for a while. So I'm gonna see if I can find a romance, maybe a Black Brit romance. I don't know if you know any Black Brit romances or any kind of steamy romantic hot, I like just romance on fire. Recommend me some in my comments, because I need a romance. I need a romance. I was tempted to read Queenie again by Candice Carty-Williams, but I'm just like, I don't know. So it's technically not a romance, but I was like, maybe I could reread that, but probably not. So yeah, recommend me some romances that I can also read in October. Hopefully I can get to all those books in October. But check out Heroine Corner's video and her channel. Like, if you want to join the Black Britathon, she's made a Twitter page that I'm also following, and you can join in as well. If you're going to join in, let me know. Maybe we can read some books together. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be reading, and if you do want some more suggestions for Black Brit books, you can check out her channel, and I've got some as well on my channel as well. So I hope everyone has a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys next time. I'm really rock on any black. I'm really rock on any black. It's kind of weird, but I'm just gonna add this in anyway.